Hello, everyone. Welcome to Learn Bridge Online. I'm Antara Akila, and I'm here with Curt Soloff. Curt, where are you today? You
Well, I thought
walk
I'd
around
pay a
all
little
over.
visit to the LearnBridge Online Museum. Although
Oh
I got to say,
my!
most of the art here doesn't seem to be bridge related. But it's a
Un-
nice
Unlike
place to hang out.
unlike the art on my wall.
Oh yeah, that's what they need here.
I see. Okay. Well, I love the fact that you travel around the world to all of these beautiful LearnBridge online headquarters, winter cabin, museum, etc. It's always delightful to talk to you to see where you're going to take us to this particular day.
Well, yeah, and if it weren't for all of our great LearnBridge Online students, then how would the company ever be able to afford these magical palaces, right?
Absolutely. So, what are you teaching us today, Kurt?
We are going to talk a little strategy, I guess, if you're
Okay.
playing it in particular, playing in a team game, but we are going to revisit double once again, a
Okay.
little different flavor of double this time. And I'll have a couple of key questions for you about what you want to do with your hand. Well, when you see your hand, you may wonder, what kind of decision am I going to have with this one?
Okay, let me pull this up. You always put me in the hot seat and I continue to work with you. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, good. Here we go.
All right, yeah, it's a real beauty, right? You've got two
Mhm.
high card points, although you
I've
do
got
have some
tens and
tens.
nines.
Yeah, a
Looking
few
at the positive
tens,
side, this
couple
is what I,
nines.
yeah, this is what I call a foot, Kurt. This is not a hand, it's a foot.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's see how things proceed here.
I'm
And again,
passing right through. I'm keeping all my green pass cards ready.
all right. Well, don't get too attached to the green cards because
Okay.
whether you like it or not, your partner is going to try to
Double.
convince you to do something else.
Okay, so South opened. My partner's double is basically at least three cards in each of the other suits. It's an opening hand, 12 plus hands. It's an unlimited bid. I have to do something. Thankfully, I've got a five card major, so I'm going to bid one heart.
Okay, and of course, when you're responding minimally to the double, you are somewhere in the range of what, like 0 to maybe
Seven?
8 points, 7, 8 points
Yeah,
tops. Yeah,
yeah.
because you could jump with a better hand,
Right,
but
yes.
you certainly want to suggest to partner that you're bidding because you were made to bid and not because you were that excited about bidding, right?
Right, yes. You're right. That's a good point. I would have said two hearts had I had more points. Yeah.
All right. Well, so the opponents decide to rebid the clubs.
Hmm.
And now your partner bids two spades.
Okay.
So, what is going on here? What kind of hand do we expect West to have?
Right. So I've heard of a thing called double and pull, uh, which means if my partner's hand was not that strong and they doubled and I said one heart, if they had heart support, they would continue with that, or they would pass. But here, they've bid their own suit, which they chose not to show me in the first round. So I have to assume they've got a really good hand, probably 18 plus points.
Yeah,
Um,
that's exactly what we're looking at here. And I
okay.
think the easy way for people to remember this, because look, the idea behind a takeout double is you want your partner to pick the suit, right? You're
Yeah.
saying, yeah, I can support any of the unbid suits, partner. You're in a better position to know what the best fit is. So
Right.
when I doubled and you thought I had a regular takeout double over here,
Yes.
you thought that I genuinely cared about your opinion about the best contract, and you said that is hearts because I
Yes.
have five hearts. That's my longest of the unbid suits.
Hmm.
And now it's almost as if I don't care what you told me.
Correct.
Why did I ask for your opinion if I'm going to go bid my spades anyhow, right? And
Yes.
you might be thinking, well, if you like your spades so much, why didn't you just overcall spade, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that's where we get into this business of needing a way to show really strong hands, right? And in
Mm,
particular, really strong one suited hands sometimes. I think the expectation here, as you said, is that West has probably at least 18 points.
right.
And this is at least a five card spade suit.
Mm-hmm.
Often, when you double and bid your own suit, it might be a really a true one suited type of hand. It might be a good six or even seven card suit or something like that, right?
Right. So
Um,
we've got a fit, but Kurt, even if he's got 18 points, I only have two. So we've got 20 points with a fit. Booyah. Like, should I be raising him? Should I still be passing, given the fact
that's a good
that,
question here. So, when your partner doubles in bids, I guess the first part is this even forcing? And then
right?
the second part, if it's not forcing, should you bid something anyhow with a fit?
Hmm. Well,
So,
if it's forcing, I have to show him that I have to show you, you're my partner, that I do have a fit with your suit. But is it forcing? Like my hand is so weak.
so when you double and bid your own suit, it's not 100% forcing. It is highly encouraging, right? The way
Okay,
I usually describe it is when your partner bids this way, you should look for any excuse to keep the auction going. Now, if your
oh,
hand is truly awful, if you don't have a fit and you
right.
don't want to get in any more trouble, are you allowed to pass? Absolutely. And this hand, I think, poses a bit of a dilemma in that you're not required to bid, but
Mhm.
you do have support for the
Yes,
suit your partner is showing, and you do have a roughing value. That
yes.
jack of clubs may not be very worth very much as an honor, but it has some value as a singleton. And if partner has
Mhm.
a club loser or two that needs to get roughed, well,
Right.
you might be able to provide the dummy for that. And
Hmm.
is that enough to bid again?
Right. So, given all that, I think it is. I think I should say three spades.
Yeah, and I will tell you that I held your hand in a team event and I thought, well, this is pretty weak, but I'm going to go ahead and give partner a bump because we're vulnerable playing at teams and we know how valuable those vulnerable games are. And my thought was, I'm prepared to apologize for putting down such a lousy hand if partner goes on to four spades and is not able to make the contract.
Right. Okay. I shall do what Kurt recommends I do. Three spades it is.
All right. And then, of course, partner does, in fact, go on.
Oh, okay.
And here we are. There wasn't really a whole lot to the play, so there
Oh,
were
wow.
two tricks available. Yeah, partner had quite a moose over there. Uh,
21 points.
so um, indeed, there were 10 tricks,
Yes.
and we did actually get a game swing on this hand as things played out. And yeah, looking at the hand here, uh, really all you need, you've got a couple diamonds to lose, and then you can afford to lose one more trick. You've got some work to do because you either, you can't draw all of your trump and finesse that queen of spades and get two clubs roughed, right? So you got a little
Yes.
work to do. My
Yes.
partner opted to rough two clubs, and while he was on the dummy with one of those club roughs, he took his heart finesse since South was likely to have the king of hearts, right?
Right. Right. That
Um,
makes sense.
and so this worked out really well. We lost two diamonds and one trump trick by roughing with the jack and 10. One of South's queen or nine got promoted over there, right?
Right. Right.
But it
Right.
turned out to be a very good game that did not get bid at the other table.
Wow.
So I
Very
think
nice.
the moral of the story here is, and then just keep in mind how we proceed on these hands, right? When your partner makes a takeout double, just go ahead and respond to it like partners making a normal minimal takeout double, right?
Mm.
But if partner overrules the suit you pick and
Right.
bids a new suit, now it has become a different hand type, right? It has become a strong hand with a long suit,
Mm-hmm.
not forcing, but any excuse you have to keep the auction open, keep the bidding
Okay.
alive,
I
because
see.
the partner may need very little from you to make a game. And certainly that was the case on this deal.
Absolutely. I see. Okay. Okay. Keep the auction alive despite the foot that you might hold in your hand.
Despite the foots or the feet. The feet.
Despite the feet. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Kurt. Another good lesson. And we look forward to learning more from you soon. Take
All
care.
right.
Bye
Well,
for
this has been enjoyable, and I'm going to go head to the museum cafe and get a coffee refill.
now. Okay. Wonderful. You enjoy. Bye now.